Right, so if I said to you, say to me, I'd never given him any. I'd never given him any. Imagine we were talking about wine and someone said, did you give my kid alcohol? And you said, I'd never given him any. How would you say it?
So, je lui en avais jamais donné.
Lovely. Lovely, lovely, lovely. Okay, so the point is to tighten the speed up of this. Okay, to tighten the speed up of this, we basically are relying on two opposite but equally useful methods. So the first one is, I don't like the building up of stuff when you're creating it. To practice it, I love it. But when you're creating it, I don't want you to go, right, so I had given him some. We don't want that while you're building. What you want is a kind of song where you go, right, so if I said to you in one word, to give me, what word to you represents had done something? What's the word that's going to give me had?
Avait.
Good job. I mean, it might be été for whatever reason if it were an extra verb, but most of the time avait. Great. What's going to give me to him? What word to you? That's it. What word means some or of it in your mind?
En.
Lovely. What word means never?
Jamais.
Great. So my mind knows I'm about to sing a tune, which is basically going to be ouais, je lui en avais jamais donné. Okay, I just know that my tune is going to contain those elements. All right. It could have been, I'd never thought about it. Right. So you just need, j'y suis jamais pensé. So basically, what you do in French is your brain just knows that it's involving those elements. It doesn't give you the order. Your brain also gives you a song, gives you a tune that you go, I know that contains that. So what we're ultimately talking about, to be really shit hot, is the brain doing multiple things at the same time. That's pretty much what we're saying. We're saying it's making a decision on auxiliaries, it's making a decision on subjunctives, it's making a decision on pronouns, it's making a decision on possibly two pronouns, it's making a decision on all kinds of bits and pieces at the same time. And although it's valid to go one, then one, then one, then one, then one, it's not what we want to be doing as we're creating these sentences. And a lot of the people I work with go, right, so I, this. So to get familiar with these sounds, there's a game I want you to play, okay? And I really recommend this to everybody, no matter what level they're at, okay? So the game will go as follows. So first you're going to pick a pronoun or a name, because it could be, Miriam, okay? Then you're going to pick a subject pronoun. Then you're going to pick a verb of your choice, yeah? And we're going to work our way ever so quickly all the way through the verbs. You do this yourself, very quickly. Then you'd add a pronoun of your choice, okay? It's obviously got to be relevant. You can't say manger with Louis or something like that, so it's obviously got to be relevant. Then you go all the way through the tenses. Then you'd add a second pronoun, and don't forget the second pronoun is the tricky thing. So you might have a moi, you might have a lui-en, you might have a me, an e, you might have a le lui, a les leur, and I strongly recommend you pick ones that you haven't often said, because what we're trying to do here is get the mouth to have said every version possible. Then we'd throw in, and we go through all the tenses, then we'd throw in an adverb, and adverbs can be pas, jamais, bien, mal. And by throw in an adverb, I mean throw in an adverb without the ne. Yeah, because I want you to be comfortable with that. Next stage up, throw in the ne. Okay? So, and then even throw in another adverb, I'd never really well, and je n'avais jamais trop bien compris. We could even throw in additional things, all right? So we're going to do this today just to see, and what this does is it really exposes holes. It really exposes holes. Someone who's a beginner or an intermediate is basically aiming to fill all the gaps. They're basically aiming to be able to fill all the gaps. Someone who's more advanced, what they're aiming to do is, as you're creating this stuff, you are thinking, I know my rules, bits before verbs, unless there's an infinitive. So my bits are going to be done first. I might have multiple pronouns, verbal verbs. Where does an adverb go? When you hear, I'd never told it, it confuses the brain. It's basically dropping down after the first verb. If we've only got one verb, great. If we've got an adverb and we've got an auxiliary, it's going to drop down there. So we're just going to see how we're going to get on with this. What else I would recommend to somebody who's as advanced as you would be to make, basically, we are aiming for speed. We're also aiming for the mouth being all connected. You want your mouth to know how these guys link up. So that more than ever, more than any other time, when I say to you, link up so your mouth gets used to doing the link, I'm on about this specific exercise. So let's get going. So can you give me a pronoun of your choice or a name?
Let's go. Il.
Great. I wouldn't have allowed je because most of the time people have said most of the je stuff. So lovely. I. Can you give me a verb of your choice? Any verb, easy verb.
Comprendre.
Lovely, lovely, Kate. Okay, lovely. So straight away, give me he understands.
Il comprend.
He understood.
Il a compris.
It's good. So we're aiming for we're aiming for the tightness and the sharpness. Il a compris. Okay, il a compris. Okay. Don't rely on the compris telling me that it's that tense. Allow me to hear the auxiliary as well. Okay, he had understood.
Il avait compris.
Okay, he would have understood.
Il aurait compris.
Good, faster. Il aurait compris. Go. He will have understood. He will have understood.
Il aura compris.
Great. Il aura. So the sharpness I want to hear on a. Il aura compris. Briefly, but I want the sharpness on a. Okay. In the down and the the here and the here, it's going to be the vibration here rather than here. Il aura compris. Lovely. No matter how quickly I'm going, I'm still hitting those vowels. Great. He will understand.
Il comprendra.
Lovely. Again, because that was a bit slow.
Il comprendra.
Lovely. Ray, ra, ron. So as you're going through these, think method. In a way, the English is immaterial. I'd almost rather you not learn to go off the English. Feel the sense. He had done. Feel the had. He was doing. Feel the was. Okay. He was understanding. He used to understand.
Oh, he used to understand.
Yeah, imperfect.
Il comprenait.
Il comprenait, pronunciation. Yeah, il comprenait. Okay, yeah, okay. Good. He's going to understand.
Il va comprendre.
Now, always with this method, it's interesting that he understands.
C'est intéressant qu'il comprenne.
Lovely. So now we've got it going. Our brain has acknowledged that soft hard verbs go hard. Go again. It's interesting that he understands.
C'est intéressant qu'il comprenne.
Lovely. Now, as you're travelling through that, think I'm allowing my upper stuff, I'm allowing my bottom stuff. C'est intéressant qu'il comprenne. Blow that mother out as fast as you can. Ouais, c'est intéressant qu'il comprenne. Humanity, go.
Ouais, c'est intéressant que...
There we go. If the vowels were there, you wouldn't fall off it. C'est intéressant qu'il comprenne. Go.
C'est intéressant qu'il comprenne.
Lovely. So the vowels aren't going to be compromised in the blow. C'est intéressant qu'il comprenne. Great. Lovely, lovely. We don't lose vowel specificity in blowing, okay? Sounds dodgy, but there we go. Lovely. Okay. It's interesting he understood. It's interesting he understood.
C'est intéressant qu'il ait compris.
Lovely. So what I'm loving there is that you got qu'il ait and then you thought, now where's my past participle? Great. Great. Lovely. Okay. Lovely. Moving on. Give me a pronoun that works with he understands. Il comprend. Give me a pronoun.
Le.
Great. Let's say les, just because I think you've done quite a lot with le. Okay. So the point of this exercise is to make one's mouth familiar with all the different. Okay. Okay. Lovely. Can you say for me he understands them?
He understands them.
Yeah.
Il les comprend. Wow, oh my god. Il les comprend.
So do you see the benefit of this? It's cleaning up your mind and your mouth on everything. Okay? He understands them. Go again.
Il les comprend.
He used to understand them.
Il les comprenait.
Keep your eyes on me. Yeah? Don't be visualizing. Il les comprenait. Yeah, okay. Don't do that. He understood them.
Il les a compris.
No.
Il les a compris.
There you go. It's a cleaner upper, isn't it? So what are we looking for? We're looking for something that's going to happen before the verb and any changes with the verb. So il est, that's not going to go anywhere, is it? Until we bring in an infinitive, even with the subjunctive, that's not going to go anywhere, is it? All right? So give me he understood. He understood. Sorry, he understood them.
Il les comprend.
He understood them.
Il les comprend, right?
He understood is past, so 3 words.
God.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, yeah. Il les a comprend. Il les a comprend.
What
Oh
was,
my god. Il les a compris.
That's
Il les a
it.
compris.
Lovely, lovely. Hypothetically, because it's direct, we could also, in theory, have il les a compris if it was referring to something feminine. Okay, hypothetically, but that's not the issue here. Il les a compris. Great. He had understood them. Go.
Il les avait compris.
Lovely. Il les avait compris. Good. So il les avait compris. We're travelling through it nicely. Great. He will understand them.
He will understand them.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Il les a...
No, so that's another common thing amongst my advanced lot, okay? Lisa did it yesterday. A lot of people do it. You're so fond of going... Because what's happening in English, there's an auxiliary which is giving me the future. There ain't no auxiliary in the future in French. So you're desperate to find a tense. It's the same with was. People always try and give me the avait plus the past tense. Because in English, there's an auxiliary on the was tense. So basically, note the fact that happened. It's not a one-off. It does happen generally. Note that. Go again. He will understand them.
Il les comprendra.
What's my last sound that I keep telling you is your weakness? Il les comprendra. I need to hear the sharpness of that ah. Go again.
Il les comprendra.
Lovely, okay. If with every one of these examples, you suddenly need to go, oh, tomorrow, if you need to give yourself a little warm-up to place it contextually, that's no problem for me. Where il les comprendra, okay, whatever. Anything you make that makes it human, otherwise it just becomes hypothetical. Okay, good, il les comprendra. He would understand them.
Il les comprendrait.
Great, okay. He's going to understand them.
Il va les comprendre.
Lovely, il va les comprendre, okay. He would have understood them.
Il les aurait compris.
Nice, notice the shit up. Go again.
Il les aurait compris.
So when you isolate one that for whatever reason, now we might go, oh, it was just on the day this happened, whatever reason. For whatever reason, it wasn't smooth in the mouth or the mind. We don't argue over which. Say it 3 times. Il les aurait compris. So churn it through, like when we did the Netflix exercise. Churn it through. Il les aurait compris. Focusing on vowels. And then, il les aurait compris. Go.
Il les aurait compris.
That's it.
Il les aurait compris.
Lovely. So what are you doing when you're churning? You're basically taking your mouth on the muscular journey it's then going to go on at faster speed with air through it. Great. Okay? He would have understood them. Hang on, did I give you il les aurait compris? Did I give you he would have? Yeah, we've just done that. Yeah, he will have understood il les aurait compris, il les aurait compris. Fine. Right? It's interesting that he understands them. It's interesting he understands them.
C'est intéressant qu'il les ait compris.
No, we didn't go into that. He understands them. So again, subjunctive, your mind is going, oh, I like the past subjunctive. I'm a fan of that. Off you go. It's interesting he understands them.
C'est intéressant qu'il les comprenne.
That's it. C'est intéressant qu'il les comprenne. Yeah, fine, lovely, lovely. Okay, say it again.
Okay, is it... I always have trouble with intéressant. Is it intéressant or intéressant?
Okay, pause. What's the French rule for pronunciation? Find a word which looks similar. It's not like English, it's pretty bloody loyal. Okay, so what is the red stuff that we drink? I don't even mention the white stuff because it's not worth mentioning. What's the red stuff that we drink that's got alcohol in it?
Vin.
Vin. So IN, unless it's accompanied by an E or an I or something afterwards that's going to lift it, like fin, will always be un. Vin intéressant. Okay, yeah, okay. Cinéma, for example, is going to go higher because, as you know, with an N, we go higher if we've got an E or an I afterwards, and that will be because it's going cinéma because it's got an E or an I afterwards. Yeah, okay. So say for me, intéressant. C'est intéressant. Yeah, some accents will say c'est intéressant. You could just as well say it's fantastic that he understands. So say for me, it's fantastic. He understood it. It's fantastic. He understood them.
C'est intéressant qu'il les comprenne.
That he understood them. Now go in the past.
C'est intéressant qu'il les ait compris.
There we go. We're revealing our probs. Go on.
C'est intéressant qu'il les ait compris.
So my argument would be, if you had an A verb, you'd have been all right there at speed. C'est intéressant qu'il les ait piqués. He nicked them or something. He stole them. C'est intéressant qu'il les ait volés. C'est intéressant qu'il les ait fermés. Whatever. Okay, great. Okay. Good. All right. Next level then. We're going to throw in... now here, we couldn't really throw in another pronoun. Were you to do something, and we will in a minute, we won't do the whole thing every time. Next time, I'll just give you specific ones from each. But if we had, for example, you'd chosen nous, and you chosen parler, and you just